All right, and welcome back to day two of the Inclusive Africa Conference here at the Radisson Blu. Today it's a little bit more busy than yesterday. If you can hear, there is a bit of background noise, but I hope that our mics will be able to cancel that out. My name is Alan Hubbard, and this is the DisNat podcast, a disability-related issues podcast, and here, day two of Africa Inclusive Conference. For the first interview, I am joined with Mr. Philip. I met Mr. Philip, I would say, about a month or two ago, and we met at an event for the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. If I'm not wrong, they were launching on how different departments in the government were performing in mainstreaming. All right, that's when I met with Mr. Philip. He's going to be introducing himself. He's going to be talking about some really interesting conversation and interesting things, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And he's also going to be telling us what company that he is working with. Without further ado, Mr. Philip, karibu sana, and kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Alan.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Philip Objusu. Yeah, I work for Google.
Yes.
As I'm a strategic partnerships manager, diversity recruiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe as a way of introduction, a brief introduction. Before joining Google, I was in the diplomatic circle. I worked with the African Union for 11 years.
Yeah.
I was based in Addis Ababa for 5 years. I spent the last 6 years in Brussels, where I was working with the AU mission to the European Union on socio-economic issues.
Yeah.
And that includes ensuring that Africa's voice is heard within the framework of AU partnership.
Yeah. Interesting there. How do you make the switch from African Union into Google, if you do not mind?
Interesting question.
Yeah.
I know sometimes people struggle to understand the transition from a diplomatic world to the corporate world.
Yeah.
Because when I hear people talking, it's mostly like the reverse.
Yeah.
People leave the corporate world to go into the diplomatic world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, I think it was just something that I felt perhaps was the right time.
Yeah.
You know, having spent 11 years in diplomacy.
Yeah.
Then Google came calling.
Yeah.
I thought maybe this was an opportunity for me to do something different. And in hindsight, I realized that what I'm doing at Google now is not very much different from what I was doing at the African Union.
Yeah.
Because what I was doing at the African Union was directly related to Africa's socio-economic development. Now at Google, I'm trying to see how we could use technology, you know, for Africa's socio-economic development. So there's that point of convergence between diplomacy and technology.
Yeah. Interesting there. Diplomacy, technology, diversity, inclusion, and equity. How do you marry all of those together?
Well, the interesting thing is I'm still working for Africa.
Yeah.
And when you consider the fact that Africa is the most diverse continent.
Absolutely.
We are the most diverse continent in the world. One of our strengths is diversity. However, one of our weaknesses is inclusion.
Yeah.
We are huge on diversity, but we are low on inclusion. So, Google being Google, Google has what we call PX experiences.
Yeah.
Warm and personalized, simple and seamless, always trusted, technology-led.
Yeah.
And when you talk of technology today in the world, it's much difficult for you to talk about one or two organizations without mentioning Google.
Absolutely.
Most often people call Google first before they think of any
other company.
Yeah. So if you look at so for me, from that aspect, from the aspect of technology, technology-led, you know, how are we going to use technology to make sure that we have a diverse, equitable, and inclusive Africa?
Yeah.
But most importantly, how can we use technology to make sure that everybody feels, you know, included?
Yeah.
How are we going to make sure we provide products,
Yeah.
provide services for everybody? That is Google's mission,
Yeah.
which is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful.
Yeah. Before we go into accessibility-related conversation, because this is a rare opportunity to have somebody on this podcast who has been able to travel the whole of Africa. at the point where the Western world, I will call it the Western nations, that say that Africa is the next big destination, as a person who has traversed the continent, what do you make of that statement?
No, but that's true. We are the next frontier. In fact, we are the frontier now.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say we are the next frontier. We are the frontier now.
Yeah.
Because, of course, one of the biggest continents in the world, one of the richest continents in the world, arguably the youngest continent in the world in terms of
population and demographics.
There is no country you can go to Africa that is not rich in one way or the other. So wherever you cannot the technological revolution cannot be successful without Africa. So we are the frontier now.
All right.
Africa is part of the conversation. The world has taken note of Africa. So that is why it is our responsibility as Africans, myself included, yourself included, to see how we could ensure that Africa remains the center of attraction.
Absolutely. And on the point of Africa remaining the center of attention, probably you might not be privy to this, and I do not want to make it political, but probably what you think about it. The Kenyan president, Dr. William Ruto, has hinted about giving free visa entry to African states people into Kenya. That would be a noble access and a noble idea or a noble gesture, because I believe that visas are some of the limitations that are limiting free trade amongst African countries. But from an African perspective, from a former AU perspective, what do you think that other African countries can do to make sure that we lift the restrictions that are available amongst inter-country travels? Because for one of the things one of the things that need to be in place for Africa to sort of virally grow is to make sure that the limitations on how each other African can access different African countries. When can this happen, and soon how can it happen?
I really don't want to go much into that.
Yes.
Because I'm no longer working for the African Union.
Yeah, but from a personal point of view.
Yeah. Where the interesting thing is, when I was working for the African Union, I was actually in charge of migration. So I was working on most of these migration and mobility initiatives in the continent. So the free movement regime, the visa regime, the free movement, the free visa regime, etc. These are initiatives that we are working on, because we believe that for Africa to be Africa, we need to move. Cross-border mobility is important. Restrictive visa regimes are forestalling businesses. And when you consider the countries that are really open, these are countries that are doing very well. Because we travel a lot. Africans are also like nomadic people. We like to explore. If the Europeans are making it difficult for us to go there, why can't we make Africa accessible for Africans to go? So that is a really noble intention. Of course, as a Sierra Leonean, I've never needed a visa to come to Kenya. So for us, it's like there has always been this free movement between Sierra Leone and Kenya, which is a very noble, laudable idea. So I'll just take my passport, book a flight with KQ. The next day I'm in Nairobi. You get to the airport, they give you 3 months. You're allowed to stay in Kenya for the next 3 months. So you can visit the 47 plus or the counties. 40 plus counties in Kenya, without you really having to look over your shoulders. So I think if that opportunity or that privilege is extended to the rest of Africa, it's really, really important. It will help with trade, it will help with business, but most importantly, it will help with integration and give us that sense of Pan-Africanism, which is really crucial to our identity as Africans. Now, what is the role of technology in that?
That's where I was going to take it.
Because technology is going to be very crucial. And when you consider the fact that Kenya is like one of those technology leading nations in Africa, then I believe if Kenya gets it right, the rest of Africa will get it right, and the whole of Africa will be motivated to get it right. So it's really important when you hear a leader speaking, and the good thing is technology is going to be really crucial to this. And Google has a role to play. Because if you are going to book flights, the first perhaps site you can think of. Okay, let me Google fly to Nairobi.
Absolutely.
So technology is going to be central, and I'm sure the more African countries embrace this free movement regime initiatives, etc., the more technology is going to be crucial, and the more Google is going to be crucial to the socio-economic transformation of Africa.
Yeah, and let us bring it closer now to where we are here at Radisson Blu and the Enable conference. Why is such a conference very important for a company like Google?
No, Google has always been about accessibility.
Yeah.
Google has always been about inclusion.
Yes.
Google has always been about creating equitable mechanisms for everyone to feel part of whatever we are doing.
Yes.
Google has always been about diversity. So that's why this conference is very, very important for us. If you look at all our products are inclusive products. All our Android products are inclusive products. Whatever we are doing now, we are building on that. There's a session going on now where the latest products
innovations
the latest innovations are being shown. Even the latest Google products are being shown. So for us, in fact, okay, let me say this. I want you to remember, whenever you hear the word inclusion, think of Google, because we are synonymous to inclusion.
Interesting there. And from now a Google perspective, and what opportunities are available for persons with disability, if we can now narrow it down, to try and make their lives better because of the opportunities that technology provide?
Well, this is what I can say. For us, it's not just about creating products. It's also about creating pathways for people with disabilities to have the opportunity to work with Google. Because for us, we don't want, if it's going to be for you, we want it to be about you. And we want you to play a crucial role in that. That's why I will say that even my position was created, which is Africa Strategic Partnership Diversity Recruiting. How are we going to make sure, we create partnerships with organizations, relevant organizations across the board, and we use those organizations, we use their membership, we use their initiatives, we use their mechanisms to expand our talent pipeline. So in other words, everybody is crucial to Google. Whether you are blind, whether you are deaf, as long as you have the skills, you have what it takes, Google has a place for you.
And that would lead me into my next question. When we look at the mammoth of the company that is Google, many organizations of persons with disabilities that would want to collaborate with the company would feel a little bit repelled in terms of reaching out. What opportunities are there for organizations of persons with disabilities to seek partnerships with Google, like what is Enable doing? What opportunities are available?
The opportunities are numerous. And that was even before I came to Google. My colleagues, we have Disability Alliance, we have ERGs, Employee Resources Groups within the organization. And one of those ERGs is Disability Alliance. These people have been working with disability groups here in Kenya and across Africa way before I came. So we are just building on that. But here's what I can say. We'll be reaching out to a lot of organizations. Like Innovate Now. Innovate Now is one of those organizations that is really central, to whatever agenda we have in terms of PWD inclusion. We are also talking with Kilimanjaro Blind Trust. But beyond that, we are also trying to reach out to other organizations, because when we talk of diversity, it's not just about physical disability. There are so many other dimensions of diversity. So we are also reaching out to organizations that are working with underrepresented communities, that are working with marginalized communities, historically excluded communities, to see how we can bring everybody on board. So it's not just about our products and services, but also about making sure that the people that are crucial in our constituents, in our various societies that will operate, are also part of our initiatives.
And after the conference, like this conference, because it happened in 2022, I happened to be there, and also Google was one of the biggest sponsors of the event. 2023 again, Google is here. What is your end goal as a company with Enable Me, with Enable as a conference, but also generally in terms of accessibility? What is the end goal of Google?
I think for us, I don't want to say an end goal.
Yeah.
Because we don't see this as a sort of destination. We see it as a process, you know?
Yeah.
We keep working
towards,
and every year we have to improve. You know, so I see it more as a form of solidarity.
Yeah.
You know, working together because we have the same vision.
Yeah.
You know, we have the same goal. Our goal is to position Google as an employer of choice.
Yeah.
For underrepresented communities, and that includes people with disabilities. That is our vision, and we cannot do that alone.
Yeah.
We have to do that with very critical institutions, and that is where you also come in, because the fourth estate is very crucial. You know, the fourth estate is crucial to whatever we are doing. That element of brand visibility is important.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, I don't need to belabor the point that Google is an irresponsible organization. You could see what we are doing. We've been here.
Yeah.
This is the 15th anniversary of Enable.
Yeah.
But this conference has been happening the last 4 years. This is the 4th annual conference, and we've been there throughout. And it's not just Enable.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just Enable. You also hear about Innovate Now. You hear about Kilimanjaro Blind Trust.
Yeah.
You hear about since I came here yesterday.
Yeah.
I've connected with multiple organizations across the board.
Yeah.
Because that is what we want to reach out.
Yeah.
That outreach and advocacy is important. That community engagement is crucial to whatever we are doing. We want people to know that Google is not just in Westlands, but Google is in the communities.
Yeah.
You know, we are reaching out to people, you know, across the board. That's very important.
Yeah.
And that's where you also have a role to play, you know, to shine light on the good things that we are doing and how we all can work together to make sure that we contribute positively to the aspirations of African Union digital transformation strategy.
Yeah. Interesting there. And definitely on that point of shedding positive light on what Google is doing, I would like to mention that there is a program that you've been doing with African creators or black creators on particularly the YouTube product. And I met one of your colleagues, I'm not at liberty to mention their name, but and we were talking over lunch yesterday, and I was like, don't you think it would be also prudent to create such a program for creators with disabilities, because they are also onto the YouTube platform? Probably you might not have an answer off of the head, but given on what you want to achieve as the diversity, inclusion and equity chief of Google, what would you think of such a proposition, and would it be possible? Because there are many creators with disabilities that are using Google and YouTube particularly. What would you say about that?
Well, two things.
Yeah.
The title chief is too big. You know, where I come from, when we call you chief,
you
I'm
are the
from
boss.
West Africa. Where I come from, when we call you chief,
yes,
you are really the oga at the top. And I'm not a diversity DI chief at Google. I'm a program manager for Sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes,
but I'm pretty sure that whoever you spoke to yesterday, will be way smarter than me and will probably be the ideal person to talk to the subject matter. But I think it's a fair point. It's a fair point, and I'm pretty sure my colleague that you spoke to yesterday will take that into consideration going forward. But again, that's why it's important to have these discussions. We all talk about the issues that are important to us and how we can collaborate. I love this saying that a tree cannot make a forest.
It has to be so many trees.
So your ideas, my ideas, the ideas of others are really important. That point of convergence. We get together, we talk about issues, we talk about our achievements, our challenges, and where the gaps are, and see how we all can work together to address those gaps. But I can assure you that Google. Okay, do you know when Google was established?
I started seeing Google in 2007, 2006.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But it was, I think, 1998.
Yes.
You know, that's when Google was established.
Yeah.
And in 2005.
Yes.
When diversity was not a fashionable topic, that's when Google appointed its first head of diversity, equity and inclusion.
Yeah.
So we are not jumping into this today.
Yeah.
You know, we've had a long history of diversity. We've had a long history of creating equitable mechanisms. We have a long history of inclusion.
Yeah.
Imagine from 2005 to now, we've really come a long way.
Definitely.
And we want to build on that.
Yeah.
So going back to the issue of YouTube,
yeah,
you know, and how a platform for people with disabilities will be created, that sort of event.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's but again, I can say that whatever is happening, those conferences are also not devoid of PWDs.
Definitely.
We have people with disabilities that are participating in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you mean like having an exclusive, you know, PWD event.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my colleague you spoke to yesterday will take that into consideration. And you never know what will happen next.
Yeah.
But we are a listening organization.
Yeah.
We are.
Absolutely. And I don't think I could have gotten a better answer for that question. And I think a bit of history then gives confidence to even who is watching us right now that because 2005, not many organizations were talking about diversity and inclusion.
Yeah,
if Google had started the conversation then, I think that they are strategically placed to understand what persons with disabilities and all these other diverse groups that they might be in need of.
That's true. And that's why, as you could see, even at that event we attended where we met the first time, you see that I had reached out to multiple organizations, CPWD, you know, all these people, all the main constituents, you know, in Kenya, trying to see how we can work together. Because like I said, for us, it's about creating pathways. It's about creating opportunities because we want everybody to feel part and parcel. In fact, our mantra, our DI mantra is leave no one behind. So you see, we are also trying to align ourselves to the SDGs. You know, we are leaving no one behind. So for us, everybody is important. Every community is important. At the end of the day, together we are better.
Mr. Philip, I do not want to take any more of your time. Probably you might be wanting to go back to the conference, but in 30 seconds or in a minute, what would be your last comment, either about the conference that is happening or about disability inclusion in general?
No, this conference is really, really needed at this time. You know, and I'm really happy that Enable has a thoughtful, visionary leadership. You know, and their partnership strategy, I think, is also really credible. As you could see, all the people that are here, all the organizations that are flown from across the world to come and support them. You know? One thing I'm going to say is that this is what is really needed, particularly as Africans. You know, we need to come together. We need to discuss our issues together. We need to share ideas together. It is only through collective action that we can chart a path forward that will be diverse, that will be equitable, that will be inclusive, where everyone feels belong, where everyone feels part of the process, where we leave no one behind.
Thank you very much, Mr. Philip.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Don't get lost again.
I will not. Definitely, I will keep in touch.
Don't get lost, man.
All right. And that has been Mr. Philip from Google. And I hope you've been able to pick a thing or two from the conversation that we've had. We're going to be soliciting other guests who are at the conference so that we bring them here so that we can have a conversation about disability inclusion, but as well, particularly disability accessibility. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.